So I'm making this video because the spirit basically led me to do it, and I always do what the spirit tells me to do. So I came from a state that is probably, no, not probably, a spiritual war zone unlike any other. And I don't demean anything or anybody, so I'm not going to say names, but I was getting lit up from both sides. And that kind of was the spirit working through everybody to get me out of that state, because I was kind of entrenched and I was determined to save every single person that I could in that state. And people were just watching me take a spiritual beating, and they were just like, enough, pull them out, pull them out, pull them out. And I had to literally lock myself out of that state to keep from helping people still. So I'm in a new state, and I'm relaxing and kind of getting back to my more jovial self out of war mode. And day by day, relaxing more and more, helping people, and the spirit being the spirit. It's like, all right, back to the queen. And I'm like, I don't say that like, all right, like it's not something I want. It's just, it's something I try not to think about until like it's there. I don't really focus on things that don't appear to be there. So it's like I take the baby steps, I do what the spirit tells me, and then I wait for people to respond. I mean, I've always been like that. That's a gentleman way of doing things. And I've been so close to darkness to pull people out of it that I've like reached the edge and been like, that's as far as I'm willing to go. So I can still stay light and pull somebody out. So I've been through a lot, and what I do is I look at movies and things like that because I know the Spirit of God wrote a lot of them. And I'm like, I bet she would love that movie. I bet he would love that movie. And then I literally put them in the movie and then bring it to their life. So it's surreal, but it's also like you have to accept it by faith. And there's a lot to me that I don't think people really comprehend because they don't know too much about me. So the spirit was talking to me, and the spirit was like, well, do you want to be Forrest Gump? I was like, well, Forrest Gump is a cool dude, but no. I was like, no. And no, and no. And because I saw the story of Jesus Christ, and I saw really how it ended up, and I was like, no, because I understand what it's like to love someone unconditionally over and over again and be there for them and be treated like Jenny treated Forrest. And I was like, no. So I believe him to be a lovable character, and I've done the Forrest Gump thing, and I'm not doing it again. So there, that's how I do it. And I look more at, I was like, well, I was like people have Batman for their superheroes, and I like the Joker, not the dark one, not the one like Heath played, but the one from Suicide Squad. I thought that was the most romantic movie about Jesus Christ and the 12 apostles and Mary Magdalene and Mary Bethany. Both sides, how it all kind of came together in this romantic love story. There's not much scares me. So I was like, no, I've done that. I was like, that was fun. but I've done that. I was like, no, something special. So I'm currently pursuing some things because I want to share it with people. I really do, based on their talents and the desires that are in their heart. And I really want this to help a lot of people and a lot of celebrities right now that are in need of guidance. A lot of them are coming to Jesus or trying to, and they need strong leadership that I don't feel they're going to get because they're going to go into a church and automatically assume that they're on a higher pedestal. And that's just because that church is going to place them on a higher pedestal. It's not going to really be the leadership that they need. And I'm always thinking about the Queen, and the Spirit reminds me of the Queen, and I'm just like, yeah, I know. I cannot sacrifice the perfection of what's waiting for people. I just can't. Like, I'm never gonna do that. Like, I'll wait patiently, but I'm never gonna do that. So, because I know it would make people be like, I went through all this and for this, and it's like, no, it's gotta be, I went through all this and thank you. Thank you for letting me go through all this. If it's not that, I don't want it. So, and you don't want it. Mm. So there's a lot going on, and I'm getting back to my jovial self, which I love to be. And it's been a long time since I've not been in war mode, so that's really new and refreshing. It reminds me more of when I first started with hope and a lot more patience. And I like the political aspect of it more. I like to mix the two, but not anything close to what it has been the last 3 months. The last 3 months, it got pretty bad. So I'm gonna say bad. It got pretty intense. I'll say that. But hard lessons for sure, and teaching moments. Definitely teaching moments. But that's where I'm at right now, and we're moving forward. So I love you.